And we're back on Earth. That's right. We finally made it off the moon of Titan and all the way back to our home planet, which looks very similar to New Washington, let's be honest here.
We're back to the on-world colonies.
Yeah, basically.
Our old life.
I mean, as far as I know, I think in Flashback, it's only Titan and Earth, but then again, they don't really... You know, there's only so much lore that you can put in a game like this.
Well, it doesn't sound like there's a lot of lore in general, even if you...
Yeah?
Like, they did not put a lot of lore into this game.
Okay. I mean, I was worried there because... Hey, wait a second!
What?
Damn it! Because they were attacking me before, and now suddenly it's just like, yeah, no response to me pulling out the gun. It's like, okay, so this is actually a combat section.
Yeah, it looked like it was just like, they were just like there to look at your ID or something, and then, you know, because they didn't respond when you almost shot them.
Jesus Christ. This is the whole thing where it's just like, yeah, I didn't think that I should have had my gun out every single time I enter a new area, as I learned in Death Tower here. Okay, so the alien menace is a lot more widespread than we might have thought. Ah, damn it.
So these are aliens, like not these things.
No, those are just police. I don't know why I mean, I guess they're working with the aliens. Whatever.
Mm-hmm. So wait, have we seen aliens yet?
We saw them in the very first cutscene where Conrad was actually looking at, you know, the people with his density. Mm-hmm. Eyeglasses, whatever you would call it, 4 months ago. But you know, that whole thing. Haven't seen him as of yet, though. Mostly because, you know, we've been half a solar system over.
What do the street art planes do?
I don't know. There's something they added in the like remake version of this.
Okay.
I mean, I could have actually played like an updated graphics version of this too, but I'm just like, no, screw that.
What? I have a. Why did they make his? I realize like I think it's an homage to, you know, Schwarzenegger in like Total Recall or something. But why did they make his like a jacket? Like why of all the ways to the colors that they could have chosen, why did they choose that one that's like indistinguishable from his hair in the back? Like it's hard to tell if he has a ponytail. You know what I mean?
You know. It could easily be one of those cases, like they only got like a very limited palette to work with. By the way, there's actually supposed to be a lot more enemies in this section. It's just, I cheesed it out by going back and forth between the shield generator over and over, so I'm just going to spare y'all that. Look, if they give you an energy generator right there, it's like, well, yeah, you know. Mm-hmm. I'll inch in, as you saw in that one section, I'll just inch in, shoot the guy, inch back out, heal, inch in, etc., and so on. All right. Well, apparently Conrad actually knows where to go to find the alien base. We did not really establish that, but whatever. Let's just accept it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I guess... Because, yeah, I just took a taxi there right now.
What are we hoping to accomplish here?
Stop the aliens.
Okay.
Now, how is Conrad going to do that? Good question. I actually still don't know.
Well, sometimes if you shoot something with a gun, that stops it from being alive.
Only so many things, though.
That's true. Like,
at least can get there before...
Could you kill aliens with a bullet, like with a gun?
You might find that out this episode.
Okay. Interesting.
So, Club Paradise. This is apparently where... Ah!
That was such a wild, like clearly they don't do collision detection when the elevator is in motion. Is that right?
Yeah, I would say so, because what the hell is that even? So anyway, Club Paradise. I guess this is where the aliens are hanging out. Whatever, it's cool. I'm gonna bring back a couple more cyborgs, but not too big of a deal compared to like the police, which have the ability to do the whole hover thing, which kind of cancels out my entire... damn it, Conrad! Which kind of cancels out my entire, you know, sit on the ground and shoot their knees off.
Yeah.
It is normally a very good tactic, but they can shoot me with their shotgun. Thankfully, police do not actually appear that much after this point.
Okay. Well, in my opinion,
really
that's a good strategy because it kind of kneecaps them, it hobbles them, if you will.
Yes. I mean, it doesn't, though. They have jetpacks.
It cuts them off. Oh, well, that doesn't make any sense then.
I mean, it still hurts them.
Well, I mean,
so
yeah,
I'll
but they
accept
can cauterize the wound with a jetpack, though. So that doesn't really make sense.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Then again, it's like I don't really know. By the way, did you notice that there? Did you see it?
Oh,
I didn't.
Well, no, I don't know what I'm supposed to be seeing.
Oh, right on the ground there. I just walked past it twice. There's a key.
Oh.
And that is going to be another big hole cut coming up here soon.
Now, what is that poster for, by the way? Is it Flamingo?
It's Paradise.
Paradise, okay.
We saw a bigger version of it. Oh, boy.
Okay.
Saw a bigger version of it when we're coming into place. I guess it's like a club or something.
I've never been to Paradise. I wonder, I think there's actually, like, is it Las Vegas or Anaheim? One of those places has a place called Paradise.
No, it's actually, they don't actually have it anymore. It was paved over, and they put up a parking lot.
Oh, I hate when they do that. They always do that.
Yeah, they always do that, but at the same time, it's like, if you're in the city and you need parking, sometimes parking lot is paradise.
Yeah, and I mean, they didn't completely, like, pave it over. I think what they did is they put some of the, like, they took some of the trees, they put them in a tree museum or something. I think it's pretty cheap to get into that. Like, it's either free or it's low cost.
I
think we're done.
Anyway,
I think we're done with this bit.
Yeah, I think we're done with this. This bit is stupid. You can't go in any one of the doors. I tried there. I don't know. I thought that might have been a thing, but it is not. So yeah, here's where I realized, like, hey, wait a second. I didn't find a key anywhere. Must be up here. Don't worry, we got away from this soon enough. There's also one of those acid electricity green. Yeah, thanks. I still managed to shoot him.
It looks like one of those things, like, where you, I think, is it, again, like, we talked about Commander Keen. Like, it's one of those, like, pads that, like, pushes you up, like, very slowly. I don't know.
No, that one just instantly killed you.
Oh, okay.
The green one?
Okay.
It is just outright a death.
Okay.
Which is why can't jump over it, can't do anything with that. It's one of those obstacles that appeared quite a bit back in the jungle, all the way episode 1, but hasn't really gotten too much play again until, like, right now.
Okay.
I don't even think they appeared in Death Tower, did they? No, it was mostly just like,
I don't remember.
All right, time to cheese it out again. It's a good thing I'm not doing expert mode, otherwise this would be way harder.
So you have to do all of that to open that door, is that right?
No, I had to go get that key that I missed a million years earlier.
Oh, okay.
But like I said, we'll be cutting, like, right here.
Okay.
Now, turning off the... Yep. Got it. Okay. Turning off the electricity acid thing is just this switch right here. But I thought it was supposed to open the door because I also didn't notice the acid thing. So, yeah, there was, like... Wait. Yeah. Don't even. So it's like, yeah, I was confused as to why the door didn't open. This took... I gotta say this, like, there are some parts here that took so long just due to my own incompetence.
Well,
but that's, again, why I think that having the whole, like, post-commentary thing is the way to go.
Oh, yeah. No, don't play this in real
games,
time. Oh, my God.
Yeah, like, could you imagine watching me play, like, Witness or, like, Baba Is You in real time? Jesus Christ.
Remember, we did that stream where we played The Witness, or I played...
That stream
The Witness.
Died.
That was your most popular stream.
It would also had, like, some weird audio issues.
Yeah.
By the way, there was another cut there when I got onto the elevator because I didn't realize it was supposed to go down. I thought it went up. And that, again, took me far too long to figure out. All right. You ready? Because there's actually an elevator there. If you just walk over, you'll fall down and die.
That was a lot of fun doing that Witness, blind playthrough with a stream. But it was such a bad idea, like, in so many ways.
5 hours of us. I don't think we activated any one of the lasers. And it's like 5 hours is like the entire series otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. This is not a very friendly area. I mean, I still need that key, but, like,
This is like so disorienting just to constantly, like, do this side-scrolling thing.
Well, they didn't have smooth scrolling in this game or something. Maybe they didn't on the Amiga. I'm not entirely... Wait, why did that door just open up? Was that tied to the life of that orb? Whatever. I guess that's good, but like... Yo, if you didn't see this coming, it's like, how are you supposed to deal with it? They're immune to like, you know, your gun swipe, so... Like, that's a pretty difficult section, all things considered.
It's a very weird, you know, I mean, I totally get that this is like an older game. They're difficult, like, design decisions and stuff. Why would you call attention to not having smooth scrolling like that? Like, sometimes these puzzles seem like they're designed in a really weird way that doesn't help
I would
them.
say that most of them pretty good about that. That was like the one room where, like, the single screen sort of mechanics. Come on, you're right there. I know you are. That was like the one screen where, like, the lack of smooth scrolling mechanics, a single screen deal, it's like was really bad. I think pretty much everywhere else it's totally manageable and reasonable.
I think you've just gotten used to it. I'm not like, you know.
True.
I mean,
I'm very forgiving of this game because I like it.
I like it too.
It's actually pretty fun to, like, you know, figure out everything and then get it like perfectly like executed Rube Goldbergian style.
Yeah, no, it's a charming game. It's well executed for what it is, and there's just a few technical hurdles.
I know you don't like it.
What? No. It's like, no, I'm not being condescending. I just think it's like, it is a game of its time, and it definitely has a lot of things that, like, I mean, if anything, it's one of those things where, you know, it's a victim of its own innovation. Like,
you got to remember too that it's just like, I am playing this on classic version.
Yes.
This is what you would have played back in 1993. This is not this version of the game does have like rewind feature. It does have like upgraded graphics or updated graphics and everything. So it's like I could be playing like a nicer version of the game, but I'm not.
Well, no,
I want to get the true.
Yeah,
I want to get the true stuff.
And I mean, you can't apply like 2021 design standards to this game. I mean, like, okay, let's compare it to you can't compare it to Celeste. That wouldn't make any sense. Like,
it's also not even remotely close to the same type.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you know, like, even like technologically, you can't be like, oh, this is 28 years of design, and we're just going to ignore that context to say, this is a little bit like, some of these puzzles are a little bit janky. It's like, yeah, but...
the game is pretty janky often.
But they did a good job with what they had. And I mean, if anything, it's one of those things where it's like, it probably is a kind of game that inspired people who played it. Like, you know, I wish I was a little bit better at this. And so, like, no, I'm not going to hold it against them.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, another energy generator, so that means that I can cheese out everything once again. Thank God.
Someone had to be Flashback, and they did a pretty good job of it.
There's a key. I can also open up that. Clearly, you were supposed to go around the other way, but I guess, like, I managed to not do that? Mm-hmm. I don't, like, getting out of the way of those guns is really difficult. I tried it once, but then I realized it's just, like, I didn't actually need to go down here, so... Yeah, because if you're trying to, like, jump up on either one of the ledges there, you are activating both of the guns to shoot at you at the same time. There's little activation platforms. So I don't know.
Are you invisible when you're falling, or invincible when you're falling or climbing?
Oh God, no! There's fall damage. You do die if you fall.
Oh no, I mean like while you're falling or while you're climbing.
No, because I have shot enemies in
midair,
while like going down on elevators and everything.
Okay.
Or like in the air. You actually saw that at one point where I shot a dude after getting shot off of a ledge back in the Paradise Club. So it's like, yeah, no, it's a thing. The interactions between like everything is surprisingly good. Like I said, between like individual enemies, between like enemies falling off of ledges and everything like that, hitting bombs and projectiles and everything. It's all there, baby. It's just sometimes it doesn't work quite in the way that you want it to.
You've become really good at dodging those thunder or the lightning attacks.
They're so obnoxious. Those thunderballs. They're so obnoxious. You don't even know.
Mm.
Well, let's get the collectible because it's there. Whatever. There's no point. I don't even know exactly what those do, but they are collectibles, so I'm doing it.
Oh, nice.
Oh God!
I didn't even know you could.
Oh God! Yeah.
They have
Anyway, I reloaded at a point where one of the enemies got confused and walked directly into the bomb there. So that saves me a lot of effort, at least at the very start here.
Does this have Limbo-esque death animations for any way you can die? Just out of curiosity.
Oh, there's not a whole lot of ways to die, to be honest.
Okay.
But yes, it does. It does. Like I said, no falling animation.
Okay.
This thing, it takes so many shots, and you're still on a timer.
That is such a
You're supposed to roll there.
That is such a funny animation.
It's one that I had to get used to for a while there because the timing is really tight on that. Like, and that was with the first mine there, completely gotten rid of because an enemy ran over it. So it's just like you would actually have to do even more stuff, like in this little obstacle course, if that mine was still there.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, like, back in the day, like, it's not like today where you can just, show somebody
and roll.
You can just animate somebody dying.
Speaking of animating.
Okay.
Oh, you don't have to be quiet. It's not like there's voice acting. There you go. You were wondering about the aliens?
That alien looks like a cross between Mewtwo and
that's the thumbnail for the episode.
Alien from Alien.
No surprise there. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So there's a full-fledged alien invasion happening here.
It looks like that one. Doc Ock? Am I thinking of like just very sleek?
Well, he looks like
alien.
a pterodactyl.
Yeah.
I do not have my gun anymore. Thankfully, they didn't take away my shield. So I'm confused here trying to figure out what's going on. And it's like, oh God, oh God, oh God.
So this makes a lot more sense than certain other games that we've played that have had prisons.
Yeah, really? Do you think that Flashback maybe did... Thank God. Flashback maybe did a little bit better than Secret Prison Pomoka back in Omicron?
Yeah.
Since I know exactly what you're fucking talking about.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at least they had the excuse there of just like... hey, you can turn into different people. Conrad doesn't have to worry about leaving people to die in secret prisons. Anyway, I guess I don't have to deal with those cyborgs now that they're back there. Whatever. It's cool. Look, I have my gun. I'd be okay anyway.
What a weird mechanical thing.
This is difficult. Yes, as you would probably expect. Especially because, like, yeah, Conrad doesn't like jump up there instantly.
Yeah.
So you gotta time that thing well. Yeah, it's like, does it actually make any sense? No, of course not. It's a video game.
That is
Thank God.
That officer's just
I would, if one more hit and I would have died in there too.
Wow.
Man, I mean, I would have figured it out considering it's just like I didn't realize I didn't have my gun at the start.
That guard is
but,
just, just what is he doing?
He's vibing.
Yeah, he's just he's having a lot of fun.
Oh, there's so much stuff down there, and clearly I gotta go get it. All right, cool, fine, whatever. It doesn't matter. Look, I got 4 shield here, man. Apparently they can't go into their whole like running away deal. Yeah? Okay. Apparently they can't go into their whole running away deal when they're in a corner like that.
It's so funny that
they
chose to animate all of these, like grabbing these items.
I love it.
Yeah.
So that's something that we haven't seen since the very start of the game, where we had that one quest to help out that guy get his teleport receiver, and it's just like, yeah. So that's interesting. We just got some of those. Does that open up one of the more interesting mechanics in the entire game? Yes.
What is it?
Look forward to seeing me abuse it a lot. Because it does exactly what you think it does. And no, not in just like canned animation way. You can throw the teleporting receiver anywhere.
Ooh. This is a little bit of a gravity gun, like, just...
I can't believe they took so long to put it in the game, because it's actually, like, super cool.
You can teleport other things?
Well...
Is that what you're doing?
No, you can you just teleport yourself, but it's like, well, first off, let's get the shield back up. I did just lose 2 there, but like, no, you'll see me use a lot of it coming up here.
Okay.
Again, it's just like I can't believe they took so long to put this in the game. It's very cool. Okay, yeah, he's thankfully a little bit too confused to actually figure out where I am right now. So, yeah. All right, so first off here, yeah, there's no way that I can just get down there.
Yeah.
Unless.
Ooh. Ooh.
And.
Ooh.
And you can just put that anywhere, like across screens, like hugely far back in sections. Put it right next to like an energy generator and stuff like that.
Wow.
It's
a game changer.
Pretty comprehensive.
I mean,
yeah, again, I can't believe it took them this long to introduce it into the game.
Like, it makes the game a lot more interesting. Like, you do a lot more puzzling with this. Like,
yeah, I know. It's just, it's weird.
And it's just a neat mechanic. Like,
yeah. But anyway, yeah, you'll be seeing me use and abuse that a lot, especially in the final section of the game, which is probably going to be next time, because it gets ridiculous.
Do you think this is the...
Like, holy Christ.
Now, I don't know if this is an established item in video games, but I can't help but think of the item from... the weapon from Unreal Tournament, where you throw the thing and you teleport
it. Legitimately did try to telefrag enemies. No, you cannot do that.
Okay. But I mean,
because of course that was the first thing I was thinking too.
Yeah, was that the inspiration for that?
It could. I mean, who knows? It's like teleport has been around forever in fiction, but it's like,
of course, but it's like using it as a mechanic is pretty interesting.
A mechanic like this, yeah.
Even today, like
okay,
if that was in a game today, it'd be like, oh wow, that's pretty. Not, I mean, I've seen it in Unreal, but still, like,
you can use it anywhere.
Like,
it's the sort of thing like you would expect that to cheese out puzzles, except now the game is very much designed around using.
Well, yeah, and I was gonna say like Portal is the most obvious example. It's just like it's a great mechanic, it's a great puzzle game, and it was all built around this single mechanic. You know, you add momentum to it, and you've got a real game going. Like everything before this has felt like a prelude to this.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like it's something that I really would have expected to. Okay, so. We got aliens, baby. These enemies are ridiculous. And like, they're absurd. They take like 5 hits. They are completely invincible when they're in goo form like that. Mm-hmm. They will just reform themselves on top of you to do damage. They also have like gun shooting stuff too, which they just do apparently without a gun.
Also,
it's like I'm just outright cheesing them out with like using the receiver here.
Also,
they gave it to me.
I have to admit, not only is this mechanic a lot more interesting, these enemies are just more interesting. Like, that is a really cool enemy. Like, even today, I am not even being condescending. Like, I'm not being like, oh, that's a cool enemy for 1993. No, that is a fucking cool enemy. Like, look at that.
They're just. And guess what? I'm going to be fighting largely in the next section.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to have this sort of setup to be able to cheese them out.
In a way, it's kind of weird to me that it took them so long to introduce both of these things. I mean, it almost feels like they had the first part of the game was just like that was their working, draft.
I know, but we're actually like getting close to the end here.
Yeah, no, and it's like,
we got a big section. Don't worry about that.
I feel like this game would have been better, and I don't know that for sure. But if they just dropped you into this area and just made it bigger, like this area, and made it 3 times as big, instead of just going around doing missions for like, oh yeah, make sure you get that.
I like the mission thing.
The bomb.
That was again something that was. That was something that was very novel back in 1993. You remember like Shenmue and everything? Mm-hmm. It's like the idea that you would be able to walk around and like freestyle, do stuff like that is not something that you saw a whole lot.
Yeah. But you also could have had aliens in that section.
We could have had the aliens earlier.
Like you kill.
But also, again, the aliens are absolutely ridiculous to fight. They're super difficult.
Well, you make them simple. But yeah, anyway, these are cool enemies. Like, I'm not that like, look at that.
The animations are great for him.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, I'm just I figured out that it's just like, okay, they reform as soon as they get to the edge here. It's like, because they kill me so easily. They can just be completely invincible as they run up to you and then do the reformation on top of you to deal damage.
Yeah.
It's like you got to stay far away from them if you want to survive. There we go.
Like, this is a compelling enemy type. Oh my god. Like,
and it's just like, it took them so long. I know, right?
yeah.
All right. That section took a while for me to figure out how to do it. Are you ready for another one? The game's difficulty is picking up to an absurd degree at this point.
Yes.
Okay, so.
What?
Now, first off, and I don't think they planned for you to do it, considering they look like that. But whatever. I did it, so shut up. Look, developers should have thought of that.
Yeah.
They gave me the teleporter. It's like, what do you... not quite where I wanted that to go. I'm trying to, like, bait out the... Yeah, here we go. Uh-oh. Well, that's not a problem, though. There we go, baby.
That was so cool.
You know, like, look, it's... This mechanic is super cool.
Yeah.
Like, it lets you do stuff like that. Oh, God. Quickly, get down, get down, get down. Because if they knock me off there, I'm super dead. Now we got to figure out, how do I use this thing? The answer is press down, but it took me a second. No, I need that back. Like, Jesus Christ, I'm not leaving it now. Uh-huh. Yeah? If you don't have it to receiver out, it just, you know, teleports to the same place.
Nice.
There we go. Press down. All right. Next time, we're taking the fight to the aliens.
Ooh.
So look forward to that.